access, we will go to the component page. Okay, we will go to the component page. Okay, so let us do that now. Okay, so if I want to go to one page from another page, suppose if I am going, if I want to write in the HTML, here what I can do, I can write a router link. I can write a router link, right? But if you want to do the same thing from the program, okay, program means from the JavaScript. I cannot write the dot like HTML router link, something like that. We cannot write it. Okay, we have to use a method called navigate method. Okay, we have to say navigate method. Okay, so we can go to our Angular course. Okay, router. So we can go to google.com and we will go to the official website. Okay, Angular routing, but we'll go for routing more last month. Okay. So here, what we want to do, we want to navigate from the one component to another component. Okay. So whenever we want to do the from the program, I want to do it right. So whenever we want to do from the program, we have to import a. Let's just go back. Okay. So let me write it here. Go to whenever I want to do it from program way. So first write the constructor. Do you know what is a constructor, right? What is a constructor? Constructor is like a method which will be executed automatically, right? Whenever we are creating object, first who will execute a constructor will be executed. We have seen this in the JavaScript, right? So by default, we can write a name as a constructor, and whenever we are creating an object for the sign-in component, automatically this constructor will be executed. Okay. So here I can write like a private. So private means whenever I am using a private, this file is going, this whatever the variable I'm going to write it, it is available only within this file. I cannot access from the outside. That is the meaning. Okay, but this private is optional. If you don't want to write it, we can leave it. Okay, but it is safer to write private. Okay, I will say router. So there is a class called router. Okay, so what is a class? Router. Okay, if you see this router, it is imported from the Angular router. Okay, so now I want to do from programmatic way. I want to navigate from the here to another page. Okay, first I am writing the constructor. I'm going. You can create any variable name. You can write A, you can write B. Any. It's like we know that what is a variable identifier rules is there, right? What are the rules, It should be A to Z and 0 to 9. It should not start with a number. Correct, right? It should not start with a number, and only dollar symbol, underscore, and A to Z allowed. Okay, something like this. So since I am going to create router, most of the time we'll keep like whatever the class name, we'll keep it here. Okay, so this is a class name. So always class name will be starting with the capital letter. So that is one you can see. Okay, so for imports, you can go there last and click on enter. So automatically it can import it. Okay, suppose if this import is not there, it will show error, right? So click on the last, not outside or not outside of the bracket. It will not import. So you need to keep your cursor only in the last line and click on import. So now import it, right? Okay, copy here, and there are some methods are there to navigate. Okay, here I am saying successfully navigated, right? So go there. Only if I am success only I want to navigate. If I am entering wrong username password, I should not go to the other page. I should be stay in the same page. Okay, so I will say this. Okay, this dot router dot, there is a method called what is the method, navigate navigate method. Okay, so this navigate method is taking a array, okay, this navigate method is taking one array. Do you know what, how can I pass arguments, right? Simply write an array, inside that what is the component I want to pass it, so let me go to my router dot config. Okay, what is my URL for my company? Okay, I'll copy here whatever the URL you want to copy it, you just paste it here. Okay, so what is the method name, tell me again. So this way we are writing this, because this is a instance variable. Okay, and what is my variable name? Router. Suppose some people what they will do, they will keep ROU as their name. So now what I need to type here? ROU only. Whatever you are keeping there, same name only I need to write it. Okay, since I am writing router, I will say router data. What is the method, navigate. Okay, navigate. This navigate method will take an array. Okay, that is the reason I should write an array first. Then inside the array I can pass the argument. So what is the component I want to give it, ma? So go to your routing, whatever the route. So here company, right? Just copy the company and paste it here. Suppose what people will do, they will define company here and they will type here companies. This will not work out because your route is wrong. Correct, right? So for to avoid the mistake, you can copy the same route and paste it. Okay. So now we have done the something. Okay. File. Okay. Save all. Let us see. Okay. So let us go to here and I'll reload the page. Okay. So I'll type the admin and login. Okay. Successfully login. Why my routing is not going here? Okay, let me just. So see here, ma, it is saved or not saved? File, save all. Okay, I'll click here. Okay. Still, why this is not navigating? This. Okay. Navigate commands. Okay. So there is another method also for navigating. Let us go with the another method. If this is, let us see, navigate by URL and just give the URL. So company. Just comment out this. Let us see, is there any errors, ma? Go to network and check it. Okay, now it is reloaded. Okay, so something catchy error. Now this work. So now I got the company page. Okay, so again I will go to because if I want to log out, I don't have a logout option, right? So I will keep here a logout. Tomorrow I will keep a logout option. For now, let us go to login page. Okay, what is username? Admin, and you can click on the login. Okay, so automatically now company page came. For you guys, you have sidebar, right? Okay, we can create one sidebar component and we can add it. Okay, so let everybody created sidebar component, right? So for now, think like I am in the slow mode. So I will create a sidebar tomorrow. For now, we'll work on the company page. Okay, so in the company page, as per the project, what we have it, ma? So if you open our payroll project, what we have it? We have like a one table, right? We have one table, right? So in the table, how many values we have it, ma? Suppose see here, this is our table, right? Company, website link, phone number, logo, some table we have it. Okay, and here we have some data. Okay, and here we'll define this page. We'll have a heading and we'll do this. Okay, so now we want to write a table. So if you want to write a table, do you know how to write it, ma? First we'll write the heading and then we'll go for the table tag. So let us go to table. What is the company? Okay, I'll go to company. Let us remove this one. First this is my header. Okay, I'll write it. I'll say, so I will say span. This is a company. Okay, company, and right side I want another span. Okay, span, and I want the button inside it. Button. Okay, add company. Okay, and this button I want to write a class is equal to btn hyphen primary. Okay, let us save this and reload the page. So now I have a company is there, add company is there. Now I want to give a space between. Do you know what is a, we have flux option, right? So we can give a flux option. What is a flux option? Anybody remember? Class is equal to d-flux, flux justified or distance. What is it will be there in between? Flux between or okay. So there is a one CSS class in the bootstrap, right? Okay. So bootstrap 5 flux. What is between, what is the property, ma? If I want to keep a distance in the center, I want equal distance, right? So there is a flow flux, come down, flux not reverse. Okay, and this one flux content between, just to be content between. Okay, so let us write it. Okay, so now I have a company and I have a add company. Okay, this is okay. Now we'll work on more on the styling. That is okay. Now what is the second part I have it, ma? I have a table, right? So do you know how to write a table, ma? Let us write a table ma. I'll say div. Okay, class is equal to, I'll write something. Tell me how to write a table ma. Table. Okay, and what is the thing we have the company? We have what is the first thing I should write it ma? Tr. Okay, inside the tr I'll write it th. So the name is a company. Okay, so how many th I want? 1 2 3 4. Okay, and another this one also 1. So how many total ma? 5 suppose. Okay, so let us 5. Okay, first one we want the company. Okay, second one, what is the one I want it ma? Okay, let us go to website. Okay, third one, phone number. Okay, I will say contact, anything is fine, right? Okay, and what is the fourth one ma? Logo name. Okay, so logo, and like let us keep the something. So now let us see ma. We have a company something like this, right? So I want to write a bootstrap table ma. Do you know how to write a bootstrap table? We can go for a table and automatically we can go for a tables, right? Okay, table and tables. So there will be multiple styles of table, right? Suppose whichever the I want this style, what is the name they are using? Just a table. Let us go here and write it a table. Okay, so now I have a logo and all this thing. This is okay, but I want the 100% table ma. I want full or something. So I can say WFN 75% and margin for something like this. Let us have it. So now I have it. Okay. Then next, what I want ma? I want to write the 100. That is okay. So now this is 4. Okay. Now I need to write the table data, right? What is the data I have it ma? Something example, how many columns I need to write it? For 1 2 3 4, right? How many rows I need to write it? 4 rows. How to write it my table? Tell me. Again, tell me. This is very important. Tr. Okay. Td. How many tds I want it? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5, right? Okay, I will say 1, I'll say 2, and I will say 3 4. I'll say something dot. Okay, so now this is my table. Okay, how many rows I want like this ma? 5 rows. Okay, 5 rows. So let us create the 5 rows. Okay, suppose I'm going to write it. So now I have created 3 rows. Okay, right? Suppose think like what is the information we are going to display here ma? What is the information we are going to display it? We are going to display list of companies. We are going to display list of a company information, right? So we will get this information from the back end. From where we'll get this information? We'll get from the back end. How will you know that back end will have only 3 or 4? Because I am writing hard coding, right? If I am hard coding the data here, how server data will come here? Correct, right? If I am hard coding is something like this, always this data only will be showing to the user, right? So now whatever we are doing, this is wrong, right? Correct, right? Correct or not? So that is the reason. Now what we need to do now? We need to fetch the data from the server and we need to display in the table. Correct, right? Okay, so for now what we will do, instead of fetching from the database and getting from the back end, we'll hard code it. Hard code it means we will assume that we are getting data from the back end. Tomorrow we'll get the real backend. In the JavaScript last class, we have used fetch method, right? You understood, right? Using fetch method here also we can fetch the data. Okay, so either we can do it or we can do ourselves. Okay, for now how many variables we have at my company, website, contact, logo, right? So we have 4, right? If we have only one name like username or password, we can take a string variable. But here how many variables I have it? Company, website, and so each row is for only one company, right? Each entire row is related to one company. So this is the reason what we have to do. Now we have to go for a concept called models. We have to create a, do you know how to create a person object ma? In JavaScript, how to create a person object? We will put an open bracket and we'll write it, right? Something like this we are going to create a, now we are going to create a models. Okay, so you can go for a new folder. Here you have components, right? Don't create inside the component, just go to app, click here, new folder. We are going to create a models. Okay, so let us create a models. So that is a simple folder. I will create one file. Okay, I will say, so now I am going to dealing with the company, right? I will write a company model. Okay, so let us write a company data model data ts. Okay, not component ma. Now I am writing a model. So do you know how to write a class ma? Simple class. Class. So what is the class I am writing? A company. Okay, company model. Okay, simple company model. Okay, but I want to use this in other class, right? So then what I will do then, I will write a export. Everybody is okay here, right? Now how many properties I want to display in my table, ma? If I go here, how many properties I want to display in my table? Company, website, contact, logo, 4, right? That is the reason I'll go here and I'll write a 4 properties. So do you know how to write properties, ma? I will say name, company name or company name, ma. Okay, company name. Okay, what is the type, ma? String type. Okay, I will write a string type. Okay, string. That's all. Okay, some spelling name here. Okay, and what is the other properties we have it, ma? Let us go into the web. What is the website, contact, logo? So what I will do, I'll just duplicate 4 times. I'll say website. Okay, that is fine. And okay, and what is the next property I wanted, ma? I want a contact. Okay, contact or phone number. Logo name. Okay, I'll say logo name. Okay, this is okay. So now I have done the 4 properties, right? So everybody know what is this one, right? So this is okay. So once this is done, I can write a constructor. I can write a constructor or not? Okay, let us write a constructor. Okay, open bracket, and we can write like this. This is also okay, right? Okay. So far we are done. We no problem, right? Okay, this is okay. So now I have created a company model and I will save it. Okay. So now, but this is a class, ma. What is a class, ma? Class is like a blueprint. Class is like a blueprint, right? We need to create the object. We need to create the object. Then only we can do that. Okay, correct, right? How many parameters it is taking, ma? 4, right? So if I want to initialize it, now I need to write a 4 values here. Okay. So let us we'll do this one later. Let us go into the another class. Okay. So let now go to our component. Which component we are dealing it, ma? Company, right? I'll go here and I will write one array, ma. Do you know how to write an array, ma? How to write an array normally? I will say companies. Okay, companies. Why I'm writing companies, ma? We are storing multiple company, right? That is the reason you can store any variable name here, ma. Okay, you will say values or data. Since I am storing what information I am storing it, companies. But what people will do, right? If I am writing companies here, in all the pages they will write companies only. Even if you go to employee, they will write companies only. Even if they go to payroll, they will don't use that one. Okay, whatever the variable you are going to store it, and store this one. Okay, so I'm going to store an array, ma, is equal to array. So everybody is okay, right? Now I have created a one array. Simple, right? Okay, suppose if I want to create an object of companies, how to do this, ma? I'll simply write like this. This is an object, right? Okay, for company model, how many properties I have it, ma? Company name, correct, right? So let us go here and okay, let us go here. Company name. So what is the company name I want it? I want to suppose Trinits. Okay, and what is the next property I have it, ma? Website. Okay, let us go here. Website. Okay, what is the property? I'll say trinits.com. Okay, that's fine. What is the next property? Contact. Okay, so let us write the contact. I'm not yet using the model, but I will use it. Okay, we will say 94911111 something like this. Okay, now what is the last property, ma? Logo name. Okay, logo name. Logo or logo name? Logo name. Okay, this is okay. Now I will say, so I will say trinits.jpg. So this is some image name. So now I have created one object, right? Do you know how to create another object, ma? We can create it or not? Simply what we can do? Write a comma and write a another object. Write a comma, another object. Write a comma, another object. So now how many objects I have it, ma? 4. I will say trinits1, trinits2, and trinits3, and something like this. Okay. So now I have it. Okay. So now I have 4 objects, right? So now what we wanted is, we don't want to print this 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to print that data, array data. Okay, because we are hard coding it, I know that, but tomorrow we'll fetch from the server, and that time automatically, if server is have 1000, your data will show the 1000. If server is only 2, you will display only 2. Best it will go dynamically. Okay, so let us go here and file, save all. Okay, save it. Okay, this is fine. Okay. So what is happening, ma? No output. Some error is coming. Okay. Okay. So now we got this page. Now I want to replace, right? So since if I want to replace it, just to go to your things, delete all your TRs, ma. Okay. How many times I have duplicated? How many TRs I have written, ma? 4 TR, right? Okay. Okay. Now I am going to, I have removed it. Now what I want to do, I want to fetch from this array, ma. I want to fetch from the array. Do you know how to get first array value, ma? Array of 0. Array of 0 means you will get it, right? So here I will, what is my array name here? Companies. I will copy the array name and I will go here. I will remove this one. Do you know how to get interpolation, right? Double curly braces. Okay. What is my array? Companies of 0. Companies of 0. And what is the property name? I want to have it a company's name. Let us see what will happen. Whether it is, see, automatically Trinits came, right? Now I want to do the same thing for second, ma. And do it how to do it, ma. So let us remove it. What is the second property, ma? Website. Okay. And do it for the third one, ma. What is the third property? Contact. Okay. And what is the fourth one, ma? Okay. Let us do the logo name. Okay. Now let us see. Now we have one row, right? Automatically came, right? Now I want the second row. Tell me how to do this, ma. What I want to do? I want a second row. Just copy paste it here and write a one or two. One only, right? Okay. So I'll write a one. Okay. And next one. Okay. Now write a one. So let us save it, ma. See, automatically. So if you want to do the same thing in the JavaScript, how difficult you need to get it, like you need to create TR and you need to iterate something, right? So this is okay, right? Like this, we can create it. Okay. But I have one doubt, ma. If server is having 1000 rows, how you are going to do 1000 rows here, ma? You need to write 1000 TRs, right? Who will sit and write the 1000 TRs? Because suppose the backend is saying we'll have 1000 today. Okay, we'll get 1000 TRs today. But tomorrow another 1000 persons came registered. Now how many TRs we need to create, ma? 2000. And daily one developer cannot sit here and write the TRs only. His work is not creating the TRs. So you need to work the application, correct, right? So this is a wrong approach because we don't know how many elements are there in the backend. How will you say it 0, first 1, 2, 3 like this? We cannot say it. Okay. To solve this problem only, we have a for. Do you know what is a for loop, ma? Do you know for loop, right? If it is how many elements are there, it will iterate those many times, right? Okay. So now we can go for a for loop, ma. Okay, we can go for a for loop. So for now, what I will do, I will go to ng on init and I will write a for loop. How to write a for loop? Tell me, ma. For okay, you can write a for of. You can use a for in anything. Okay, I will say okay, I will say company of companies. Okay. This data companies. Okay, something like this, correct, right? I will say let. Okay, now I want to print the details, ma. Console data log of what I will say company. That's all, right? Suppose I want to print company name, what I will say company data company name. That's all, right? If you want to print in another name, what I will do, tell me. Plus space. Okay, I'll say company data website, something like this, right? Okay, let us save it and go to console. Let us reload the page. See, Trinits, Trinits 1, Trinits 2, Trinits, all are printing, right? So if it is 1000, it will print 1000. Okay. So we are using for loop. Where we are using for loop? In the JavaScript, in TypeScript. But I want the same for loop in the HTML. Okay. To solve this problem, Angular came with a solution. There is a for loop. Okay. There is a for loop. It is a structural directive. There is a structural directive called ngFor. Okay. What is the structural directive? ngFor. Okay. We can write a ngFor. Okay, normal, how will you write it? If you go to your TS file, see what is the right we are writing, ma? Let company of companies, right? Same syntax we are going to write inside this one. Don't write if and brackets, just write like a let. Okay, company. You can write any name, ma. Inside the companies, what will have a company only, right? That is the reason I am writing a company. Okay, company of what is my variable name, ma? Companies. Now I created, right? So now this company means what, ma? Whenever first time, this is a first company. Whenever second time, second company. Third company. Fourth time company. Okay. So now all remove this one 0 and all these things. Let us save this one. Okay. So where I am writing this ngFor, ma? Where we are writing it on the tr tag. Okay, because I need those many TRs, right? So whenever you are writing on TR tag, automatically it will create those many TRs. Okay, if you are writing on TD, it will create those many TDs, but we don't want TDs, we want TRs. Okay, let us save it and let us see the table. Okay, see here, Trinits 1, Trinits 2, Trinits 3, Trinits 4. Automatically iterated, right? So automatically we got the all the data. Correct, right? So whenever we want to go for a some iteration, okay, iteration, then what we can go for? What concept we can go for? We can go for a concept called what concept? ngFor. Okay, simply once here you can write any name. So this is like simply exact like our for loop. Let suppose I want to keep my name as a. Okay, of what is my array name? What is my array name here? If you don't remember, go and check here. What is my array name here? Companies. Okay, go here and write a companies. Now if what is my variable name I am keeping here? Yeah, so in all the places what I need to keep here? Yeah, okay, you understood, right? Some people what they will do, they will write companies here. This is wrong, ma. You should not write companies dot something like this. You should write a whatever the variable name you are keeping it, that variable name you should write. This is a for loop. Okay, I should write a here and I should write a here. Let us save it here and same thing. Okay, suppose I want to print a 1 2 3 4 ma. I want to print a 1 2 3 4. How to do it, ma? Suppose I want to print a 1 2 3 4. I want to have a index, right? Okay, for this reason they have a index, ma. Okay, let I is equal to index. Okay, so I can write a once after you are doing the things, add a semicolon. Okay, add a semicolon. After the semicolon you can write a let I is equal to index. This index is a some special variable. Automatically it will give a which index it is giving it. Okay, now where I am storing that index value? I. Okay, so now I will write another tr. Okay, another td, and here I will say I. Okay, I. But here also I need to write one th, right? Because I am creating another td. I will say number. Okay, so let us see, ma. So 0 1, why it is starting with 0, ma? Index will always starts in a 0, but I want to print here 1 2 3 4. I don't want index. I want to print 1 2 3 4 like this. How can I do it, ma? If I am writing one, what will happen? Nothing, right? So inside the interpolation I can add a plus operator, right? So go to here and write a +1. So now what will happen? Your index will start with the 0 only, but our numbering will start with the 1. Simply we can do it, right? So this is how we can do it, ma. Okay, everybody is okay with this, right? Okay, so now we are able to display this one. Okay, clear, ma? Okay, what is the loop we have? What is the this one we have used, ma? ngFor. Okay, correct, right? So do you know how to write ngIf also, right? What is ngIf, ma? If you want to write a true or false, then we can go for a ngIf condition. Okay, okay, so suppose if you have, you know how many rows you have it, ma? 4. Okay, I'll go to my ts file and I'll write it 2 more, ma. Okay, I'll write it 2 more. Okay, copy one more. I'm going to write a 5th element. Okay, so write a 4. I'll save it. See how many elements see here, ma? Automatically 5th element is automatically created or not? So if server is having 1000, here also it will display 1000. Okay, so if server is having 1000, here also it will display 1000. It is clear, right? So now what is the concept we have used? Here in the ts file we have created one array. Okay, inside we have created one array. That array we are displaying here. Okay, that is okay, right? Suppose now what I want to do, here we have dot dot dot, right? Okay, so whenever I'm clicking dot, I want to display some drop down or something like this. Okay, instead of drop down, what I will do for now, I will say, and we can go for a delete operation. Okay, we can go for a delete operation. Okay, so let us go for write a delete operation, ma. Okay, here I will say delete. Write a button, ma. Button. Delete. Okay, so and let us reload the page. So delete came and I want to write a danger button danger because I'm going to delete it, right? Tell me class btn hyphen danger. Okay, that is okay. So now I have a button. So now what I want to do, whenever I'm clicking this delete, I want to delete that row number. Okay, so I have given some programs in the array, right? So in the array, whenever you are learning it, take input from user and delete that some that row, right? Something like that I have given on program. That means you have an array. I want to remove the second element. How to do that, ma? Array data, which method? Splice method, and you will give a second index, right? So now what I want to do, whenever I'm clicking this method, whenever I'm clicking this, I want to delete that. Okay, I want to delete that. If you want to remove any element from array, what is the method we have it, ma? Splice, how many arguments it will take? 4 arguments, 3 arguments. What is the first argument? Index. Second argument, how many elements you want to delete? What third argument? Add or remove. Now here tell me, suppose if I'm clicking here, what is my index? 4. not 4. 4. This is a 5. Okay, 4. And how many elements I want to remove it? 1. And how many elements I want to add it? 0. So I will not add anything, right? So now let us. Do you know how to add a click event, ma? Let us add a click event, ma. How to add a click event? Simply write a brackets click click. Okay. Like so I want to write delete a company, right? So delete company. Let us write, ma, company. Okay. Okay. Delete company. Correct, right? So, but for deleting company, what is the first require argument, ma? Where we are deleting, that is important, right? Index is important, right? So that is the reason I will say I here. I means index, correct, right? So now I will copy the same name. Where I need to write this method, ma? Company data ts file. So wherever you want to write it, ma, normal I will going to write in the last. Okay. Okay. Right. Do you need to write function, or a function is required or not required? Not required in the ts file. This is not required. That's all. Okay. So here I is there. So even I can keep I here, or I can keep a index also. Anything is fine, ma. Here this name is not required to match with this name. Name can be anything, but we need to pass the argument. That's all. Okay. So here I can write a index. That's fine. Now what is array name? Companies. This is dot companies. What is my variable name? Splice. Okay. What for first? What is the first argument? Index. How many elements I want to remove it? 1. How many elements I want to add it? 0. So that's the reason I will not add anything. Okay. Now I have save it. Okay. File save all. Okay. File save all. So let us see. Let us reload, ma. Okay. Let us see what happened, man. It's getting deleted. So automatically our code is working. Correct, right? So now what I will do, I will reload the page. Whenever I'm reloading, again these are coming. Why again these are coming, ma? Whenever you are reloading your entire your website, all your previous changes will be removed. All your previous changes will be removed. That means whatever you have it the default state, you will go to the default state. That is the reason we have to save this in a backend. So if you are removed from backend, what will happen? Even if you are reloading it from backend also it is removed. So always you will get only 3. Okay. Tomorrow we will work on that. Now you know it is easy, right? I have able to delete it. Correct, right? Okay. Now this is okay. This is okay, right? Now what I want to do, this add company is there, right? I will click on add company. Whenever I'm clicking add company, I want to add another row here. Okay. For now, I will hard code it like a Trinits only. But we'll go next stage. Then we will add what is the detail we want to add. We'll add it. Okay. So for now, whenever I'm clicking it, I want to add another row. Do you know how to add another row to array, ma? What is the method? If I want to add it in the last, what is the method? Push method. What is the method to add it? To push method. Okay. If I want to add in the first place, what is the method? Unshift method. Okay. So first handle the event, ma. Add to how to add event, ma. Go to your HTML. Okay. Write the okay. What I need to do? Click event. I will say add company. Okay. Add company. Okay, I'll say add company. Should I need to have index here or not? Index is not required. Whenever you are using push method, index is not required. That is the reason I will say I will not take any I or nothing. I will be empty. Okay. So you need to remember here. Okay. So you need to think like this. Whether I need to okay add company. This is okay, right? Now what I need to add it. I need to add in the this here, right? Okay. I will say this dot companies dot push method. But this push method I need to pass one object, right? I need to push one object, so I'll write like this. Okay. For now I am keeping empty. It is saying no, you should not keep 20. It is asking for four parameters, right? What are the 4 parameters it is asking, ma? I have to pass the all these arguments, right? Okay. So I'll copy here and I will go to paste inside the this one. Okay. So that means that what I am doing, ma, I am keeping a one object. I am keeping a, so I'm just creating a one object and keeping all my properties. That's all, right? Okay. Let us file save all. Okay. Let us reload the page, ma. Okay. Now let us click on the company. See, correct, right? See, automatically it's combining, right? So automatically it is adding, right? But I don't want the same company name. Do you know what is math at random will do, right? How to generate a new number? I want to generate a 2-digit OTP. Tell me how to do this, ma. Do you know how to generate a 2-digit OTP, right? Tell me how to do this. Okay, math data random. Okay, excellent. And into I want 2-digit, right? 1000. Packet. Okay, this will return a number, right? So let us store in the number, ma. Okay, let us store in the number. let num is equal to, but this will return a point also, right? I want to dot to two fixed of 0. I don't want a numbers. Okay, I will store this one into the num here. Okay, num is equal to num, but here I don't want 4. Okay, that is the reason I will say num here. So I will say Trinits plus num. So Trinits is my name and num is nothing but this variable name. Okay, what is this problem? Num is a number, string is not assignable to. Okay, let us store id. Okay, or okay, something. So for now we'll keep an id here. I'll keep the id. So let us store it and let us reload it. Okay, see here what is id it is generating 38. Okay, 34. Okay, 36, something like unique it is getting generated. Instead of duplicating it, we are generating it. So what is the logic we are using it here? Same logic only. You know how, what is this one, right? What this will do? It will generate a 2-digit OTP, and I want to remove all these dots, right? That is the reason we are using a 2 fixed. And do you know what is this one, right? Plus. Plus means a concatenation. This name plus that variable. That is only we are doing it, right? Don't add inside the here. Don't go and add inside the single quote. If you are writing a single, what will happen? That itself will display. It will not display your number. Okay, okay, now we are able to add it, right? So with this one what we have done, we are able to add it, we are able to delete it. Now I want to search it, I want to filter it. What is the method we have for filtering my array? Filter, right? This is the same program you are going to get in an interview. Okay, they will give one table and they will ask you remove it, and they will add a add method, and they will write a filter method. That's all, not more than that. Okay, so now I want to add one search box here. I want to search it. Okay, let us do a search box. Okay, so if I want to write a search box, what I have to do? I have to write one input box, right? Okay, let us go here and write one input box. I'll write one div. Okay, write input. Okay, and I will say type is equal to search. Well, write a search is it will have a closing button, right? Okay, search, that is okay. File save all, that is okay. Now I have it. Okay, so now what I will do, here I will type like a Trinits. If Trinits is there, it will filter. Suppose I will type ABCD. Is there any ABCD? No, it will not display anything. Everything will be cleared out. Suppose if I'm giving a AB, and it should be displaying with only ABC, something like this. Okay, now I want to do the filtering. Do you know how to add a event handling for input box? We know that method, right? What is the method? Input method, correct, right? What is the method name? Input method. Okay, so let us go here and write a input. Okay, input event. Let us write, I will say search companies, something like this. Okay, search companies. Okay, like this. So let us, I need to write this method, right? Let us write it, companies. Okay, go here. I'll write in the last anyhow. Okay, okay, so there is a spelling mistake, SCA-RCH. Okay, so same name only, I will write it here. Okay, so now what I'm doing input event only, right? So now so but if I want to filter, what is array method? We have it this data. What is my array name? This data companies data filter method. What is the method name? Filter method. Okay, filter method, what it will take? Predicate, right? One ES6 function it will take, right? Anybody remember or not? Okay, so I can say company. Okay, arrow bracket, I will say company data. Suppose I want to write a name. So I want to check with the company name only. So I'll say company dot name. If I want to check whether this variable is there or not, what is the method I have in string methods? Index of last index of find method, search method, we have it, right? For now I will say index of. Okay, index of what I will do. But if I want to write index of, but that is okay. How will I get this variable value? I am typing a tree array. But how I will get this variable value to there? In the first day itself, I have shown, right? If we are using dollar event, automatically will get the value, right? So let us use a dollar event. Go to here, write a dollar event. Okay, dollar event. Okay, okay, that is fine. And go to your TS file and write the event. Okay, now I have a dollar event here and event in the here. Now we got it, right? But I want to get the value. So how to get a value? CONST value is equal to event data. Tell me target data. Target data value. Now I got the value, right? So I will write a value and I'm going to enter it here. Okay. So this company, this filter method, what it will do? Anybody any guess? What it will do? If it is available, it will filter and it will return a new array. It will not change anything, right? So let us save it. So I will say this is data companies. Okay, let us see. File, save all. Okay, let us reload. Okay, I have reloaded. Okay, so here I'm going to type a TRI something. What is happening, ma? Nothing is filtering here. Okay, so it is removed everything, correct, right? So there is a some problem. Okay, so the problem here is, now see here what is happening. We are looking for the companies. Okay, and what we are trying to do, ma, we are filtering it. Okay, we are filtering it, and what is the name we are filtering it, ma? Trinits data. And here I want to write a capped. This is case sensitive, right? Because of case sensitive, this is not working fine. If you want to write ignore case, what I can do, I can go for a dot two uppercase or two lowercase. Anything I can go for, right? So I will go for two lowercase, and same thing I need to write here also, right? Okay, I will say value data to lowercase. Both cases I have done. Okay, now let me file, save all. Okay, so when if I reload it, automatically this data will be coming it, because okay, now see, I'll say t. What is happening, ma? Even if I'm typing small t, it is going out. Okay, something, there is a problem with the this here. Okay, now here the problem is we are storing in a only one variable, ma. Okay, all where we are storing all our information in companies variable, correct, right? So and what we are trying to do here, we are trying to filter the companies. Okay, we are trying to filter the companies, and once we are after filtering is done, and what we are trying to do again, we are storing that information in the companies only. Okay, that is okay. Another thing is, we should not filter whenever our empty value is there, correct, right? So that is the reason what I will do. Now how to write if condition, ma? If value is there, if value is there, then only you do it. If value is not there, don't do this, because if it is an empty is there, that is the reason it is emptying. Okay, now I'll type Trinits. Okay, so I'll okay, now something. Okay, whenever we are removing it, it is going away. Okay, the problem here, there is one major problem here. We are storing all our information here. Okay, so instead of storing here, what I will do, I'll write a console.log, let new ARR. Okay, so let us print in the console, and let us see here console data log of new ARR. Okay, so let us see here what will happen. Okay, so now I'll type t. What it is printing it? It is saying a t is not at all available. Okay, that means it is returning a empty array. It is returning a empty array. That means there is a problem with our code itself. Okay, so here there is something problem. Okay, so companies data filter. What we are trying to do, company name dot so here this index method will not return a true or false. It will return a 0 or a 1 value. Correct, right? If it is available, it will return. What is the method we have it to true or false, ma? So that is the reason if you want to use it, I need to say greater than okay, greater than or equal to 0. Something like this I should write it. So this is the correct code. Okay. So let us see here. I'll say T here. A. Okay. And see, this is empty array, correct, right? First time alone we got the values. After second time, what we are having it empty. Okay, so let me come back here. See, okay, so look at in the right side, ma. We'll go for left side last. Okay, I'm going to type A. Okay, because there is no number. Is there any A in the Trinits, ma? No. Okay, I'll remove the A. I'll type I. See how many elements are there, ma? 5 is there, right? Still 5 is there. Okay, I'll say T also. Whenever I'm typing T also, still 5 is there. Okay, now this means our searching is working. Now I'll go here, and I need to replace that variable with this dot companies. Okay, so now I'll remove this let dot variable, and I'll remove here. Okay, I'll save here, and let us reload the page. Okay, so I'll say okay. So instead of this one, I'll go to my array first, and I'll write with some different names. Okay, I will say ABCD for filtering. Okay, sir XYZ and EF. Now let us save it. So now we'll have a different data, right? Now if I'm typing A, only A is there. Correct, right? Now if I'm removing A, now what is your expectation? If I'm removing A, we should get all the data, right? See what is the data we are getting it? Again see. So I will type the XYZ, okay, X. Now X is filtering correctly, But if I am removing it, what should happen? We should get back all the data, right? Then why it is not getting all our data? Okay, this is because, okay, let me store like this. We have a one box here. Okay, so let me have one box. Okay, this is our array. So initially, what are the variables we are having it, we are having like this boxes. Okay, so we are having Trinits, we are having XYZ, we are having ABCD. Okay, and what after that, what you are trying to do, you are filtering it. Okay, you are filtering it, right? So whenever filtering is happen, what will happen? So now after your filtering, only XY is matching. So now what will happen is all our we will remove all other values and we will keep only X. Now what is the value I'm having inside here, only X. Suppose if I want to get back here, what is the value I'm having it? In my box itself, I have only one value. Then how can I go back with all the values? Once you remove it, that's all. You will not get it back. You cannot go back to the like this. Correct, right? So there is a problem or not? That is the reason. What now? This time, what I will do? Since I am facing the problem, this time I will do something like this. Okay. So I'm going to have a one box here. Okay. Okay, so here all the variables will be having it. Okay, so I will say X will be there, Y will be there, Z will be there. Okay, so whenever I'm filtering it, before I'm filtering, what I will do, I will take a copy here. I will copy entire into new array. Okay, so what I will do, I am going here and I'm going to copy into new variable. Okay, so here. So my original will be there here. Okay, and from here now what I'm going to do, I'm going to filter it. Okay, so now this is the method and I'm going to have it only X. So now what is the variable I'm having it in here, X. Where it is changing, we are changing only in this box, but our original box is still, we have same thing, right? Whenever I'm removing it, I can go back here. That is the reason now I need to maintain a 2 copies. If I maintain only 1 copy, I cannot go back to the previous state. That's the reason we'll go back, we'll have a another copy variable. Okay, let us go here and go to your component. We have another one companies, right? In the bottom, what I will do, I'll write another variable. Okay, I'll say temp companies. Temp means only something like this. Okay, is equal to something like this. Okay, now I have created one variable, right? But I want to copy all the values to here, right? Do you know how to copy all the values to another array, Do you know how to copy all the variables? Spread operator, we can use it, right? Anybody remember spread operator? Yes, right. Okay, and now tell me this data temp companies. Okay, I can say push. Okay, push. And okay, 1, 2, 3, and you can write this data companies. Okay, now what is this meaning, I am copying all the variables to the where here. Instead of doing this, we have another method also, how to copy it, I'll say this data temp companies is equal to this data companies data slice method. What is the slice method will do? It will copy only, right? Okay, if I am giving 0 to end, it will copy. If I am not giving anything, entire object will be copied. Okay, let us see it. Okay, now whenever you are filtering it, go to your filter method. Don't filter based on the in the right side, you do the companies, temp companies, because in the temp companies always will have all the original values. Okay, let us save it and go back here and go to over here. Okay, now I'll type with the ABCD. ABCD came, right? I'll remove ABCD, and again why we have the problem? Okay, see here. Whenever we are okay, so whenever we are removing it, this if condition we are writing it, right? Okay, go to else condition, write else condition. I will say this data companies is equal to this data temp companies. This data temp companies. Why I am writing is whenever you are removing it, there is no filter at all. Now we need to display all the companies, right? That is the reason I am saying temp companies. Temp companies means all the list is there. I am copying all the list into the left side. I am copying all the list into the left side. How can I do it? To create a copy, slice method. How can I create a copy? Slice method. Okay. Let us see it, Okay. So let us go here. I'll type a ABCD. Okay. I'll remove it. All company, right? I'll type something which is not there. If I am typing anything which is not there, everything will go right. Click away, automatically coming. Okay. So this is very simple. This is one way. But some other guys, what they will do, they will go to another step. Hello boss, I don't want to check with only company name. I want to check with website also, or I want to check with the logo also. Anywhere, if my typing character is there, I want to display it. Okay, that is easy only, okay. So go to your, I'll for your reference, I'll copy here and I'll just clone here. Okay. So do you know how to convert the object into string, object into string. JSON dot stringify, not justify. JSON dot stringify. Object into string. JSON dot stringify. Object into string. Okay. So now here company is object only, right? So I'll convert this company into object. How will I convert into object, ma? What is the method I should write it? JSON dot stringify. What is my object name? Company. So here I'll write JSON dot something. Now I'll convert into lowercase, ma. Okay. Now what will happen? My entire object will be converted into string. Correct, right? So entire object means your website name will be there, your company name will be there, your logo name will be there, all the properties will be there. Correct, right? So now let us save it and let us go here. Okay. Suppose I will type with 9491. Okay. And let us see ma 94. Okay, 93 is not there. Type 94. 94 is there, right? Okay. I'll say JPG. JPG also is there, right? I'll JPG1 not there. Okay. So now you can check with the .com. Okay, anything you can search it. Now this is more dynamic than the previous one. Previous one we are working with only one column. Now we are working with the all the columns, entire table. In interview they may ask it, I want to verify one for only one column. If they want to only one column, what you can do? You can write a this one. If they want entire table, then you can go for the second one. Okay, like this. Now you know how to do it, right? Okay, this is way we'll do it. Okay, so for now I'll stop it. But now you have created this one, right? So you have done your UI page, right? Now go and remove your all hard coded TDs, okay, TRs, and what you need to do, create one array in the TS file, and you write the you write the hard code, it's not a problem. In the TS file, go and add a array here. Okay, go and add a array here. Okay, go to array here, add a one array like this, add array. So and you try to display those values in the here. Okay, everybody is okay, right? Now and whenever I'm clicking delete, delete should work. Whenever I'm clicking add, add should work for now. Okay, tomorrow we'll add it to the database. That is okay. Now you did it right. This is okay. Now we will go for employees page. Now you know what is employees page, right? Go to the employee page, again do the same thing over there also. Okay, create one employees array and create employee objects. Whatever then, sir, how can I decide what are the names for my? Very simple, ma. Go here. And what is the name? First one, employee name. What is the second name? Employee number. What is another one? Designation, bank details, PAN. How many variables I have it, ma? 6. Go and write one model here. Okay, what is the model? I'm going to write it here, ma. Right click, new file. Tell me, employee dot model dot ts. What I'm going to write it? Tell me. I'm going to create a one class. Okay, what is the class? I'm going to create it a employee model. Okay, employee model. Okay, and next what how many properties I'm going to have it, ma? 6 properties. Employee name, employee number. I'll say, tell me first, employee name, something like this you are going to do it. Once you are done that, what we are going to do, ma? You are going for the employment. You have already, everybody have a sidebar, right? So you click on employees. Okay, click on employees. Automatically this will coming, right? Now go to your employees component. Okay, create one array here. What is array? I'm going to create it, ma. Employees. Okay, employees is equal to array. Here how many objects I'm going to create it, ma? Multiple objects, something like that. Correct, right? I'm going to write a ngFor, again I'm going to display it. Again I'm going to write a click event, add event. Okay, so you will today you are going to write a all ngFor loop. Okay, so you will do that. Okay, right? So you complete this till that you can complete it. Okay, okay, so file, save all, and tomorrow we'll go continue our page. Okay, so okay, ma, I'll stop the recording.